to Manny's Power Hour, guys, and I got something special for you. I know we always talk about community building and all that other stuff, but this ain't gonna be one of them videos. I'm gonna show you guys why not to troll me on Madden or a lot of other games. Because when you try to troll me, this is what happens to you. So, this guy came in, I was just looking for a regular match to play. Just playing regs, nothing special, not trying to be super competitive. I've had a PS5 for maybe like a couple weeks, and I haven't really played Madden like that, so I'm just trying to get my feet wet in the water and see what works and what doesn't. I even titled my stream, you can check it out at twitch.tv/ePierce6. I even tried to, slow down and be cool, just chill the situation out at first. But when you come in and you talk trash, you gotta go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you guys watch the full gameplay. I'm gonna move the video camera, but I'll be talking throughout, kind of giving my commentary of what was going through my head when I destroyed this man. So have fun, enjoy the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys want to see more stuff like this. Inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. So coming into the game, like I said, I'm kind of chill. I get the ball first. I'm not really looking to. Whenever I start a game, I generally in that first few plays, I'm trying to figure out what my opponent likes to do defensively if I have the ball, or offensively what they're trying to do if I don't have the ball and I'm on defense. So here, he's just gonna kick it off, kick it straight to me. I'm gonna return. He's gonna scum kick me. I can't stand scum kickers. I can't stand. No one does that in the NFL. Nobody kicks the ball like that in scum kicks. And what they should do is they should bring the ability back, like in real life. I don't know if you guys saw when Ty Montgomery did this. The Packers are notorious for this. I know because I'm a Lions fan, but other people have done it as well. It's a smart move where if someone kicks the ball and they're out of bounds and it bounces, what they do is they stick their foot out of bounds. And so technically, if you touch the ball while you're out of bounds, you get the ball at the 40. That would alleviate this whole scum kicking thing. I ran the ball right there. That's a good run. Right at the middle. Like I said, my first few plays are generally just kind of feeling out, seeing what works and what doesn't work, and haven't kind of hit that inside zone really hit here. So here I'm looking to go play action after I run, just kind of set some more stuff up. I see triangle is wide open. I don't know why I tried to dump it down underneath. And then he starts to get loud. He starts to call me a word I'm not going to say now. You guys can hear it in the audio, but he starts to call me the P word. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28. Don't start talking crazy because you got one pick. Come on now. Double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. What you going to do if I don't? Field position, that's another. No. Absolutely. Just play the game. They calm down. They take possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate. Congratulations, you got a pick. Good run defense that can be improved. So working on improving my run defense. If you guys don't know, I love football. Just a side note, love football. Been a football fan for forever. I play football. I coach football now. So just in love with the game. Here he runs, and generally a lot of people start the game off running tend to be runners. So that's what kind of made me switch into that blitz there to get some pressure, kind of make sure I show up to stop him and run. Don't let him think that he's just gonna be running the game the whole time, or running the whole game. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Move my defensive line over to kind of counteract that imbalance. People love crossers in this game, and just from the games of next gen that I played about maybe 8 or 9. People love crossers, and I get caught in a crosser on man there. But I'm starting to learn different ways to kind of hone in on those crossers, and I would say my user's pretty good, so I'm working on that. He's talking trash, called me the P word again. So I'm just kind of like, oh, dealing with this guy. Then he goes for 2 like an idiot. Just like a straight idiot.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into heavy traffic and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante.
Notice how I did something positive and then call you a pussy.
Like a dummy.
As he's brought down at the 5. Now we're going to get a timeout.
And he's talking, he's calling me P word and all this other stuff. And because I wouldn't let him onside kick me to start with. And normally I let them choose their play first before I choose mine, just so that I'm ready and I can see what they're doing. But in that case I didn't. I just wanted to get the ball because, like, you know, he's feeling very confident enough to talk a lot of smack and scum kicking again, like the bum he is. He feels so confident to talk a lot of smack that he's gonna own me, you know, because I made one bad decision. But this is where the game turns. He's done succeeding at anything now. And so you guys can watch me utterly destroy him. Inside run here, good block, good pickup. I could have shaded, tried to move the running back a little bit to the left. I'm working on hole recognition and making sure that I hit the hole at the proper leverage, I would say. Because when you do, you can run better, and you'll see that on this play here. ID the mic to make sure that they pick up that linebacker, because that linebacker has to be blocked for this to work. Boom, boom. The block set up perfectly. That's a better run. So, you know, now I'm just settling in my offense. I kind of see that he's vulnerable to the run, so I want to run again, so I'm going to run another inside handoff. He eats that, he swallows that right up. I don't do a good job of, you know, bouncing that to the outside. I should have bounced that to the right outside when you look at the play again, but I didn't do that. So coming up here, he's talking smack, you can hear him. But this is a touchdown to Marquise Lee because he's an idiot and tried to run commit. And yeah, I'm going to taunt. Normally I don't taunt, but yeah, I'm going to taunt him. And, you know, I'm kind of telling him about himself. You know, there's me not calling you the P word. Why do you keep calling me out of my name? I don't approve of that. So, can you stop doing that? Like, you know, I'm trying to be chill about it. Notice that I'm not talking smack to you. Yeah, it's the way that you are reacting. And so now that I'm on the board, 7-6, and he went for 2 like an idiot, I can really take over this game because I feel like I'm in control. I hate those games where, and I know I'm just talking a lot, but that's a part of this commentary. I hate those games where I'm behind and I feel the pressure to kind of pass because I like to mix the run in. You never want your opponent to, just like in real life, you never want your opponent to know what you're going to do. And yes, I only use 2 defenses. They can be adjusted. I generally adjust them the way I want, and so now I'm spreading my linemen to make sure they set the edge. And surprisingly, for the rest of this game, I'm gonna get better run defense when I spread defensive linemen, which doesn't make sense, right? In real football, you need to pinch your D linemen in order to kind of seal up those running gaps. So spreading them is kind of odd, but you know, it is what it is. So coming back in man here to see what he's doing. Runs across her again. I'm on that, and he gets a sack. He doesn't have the time to hit that over the top route to, I don't know who that was, but they were wide open, and he just didn't throw it. Shout out to Chase Winovich for making that sack and putting him in a bad position, because now I'm just going to play strictly pass defense, and there's nothing he can do about it. And I'm going to come with Chase Winovich myself, because D-line next year is absolutely insane. Look, I break a double block. That makes him rush.
Notice how I'm not calling you a pussy.
The pick. Notice kind of gearing him up. He has no response to that. Now that he's made his first mistake, I'm going to still try to run on him. Again, I like to set the table with the run. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm just a runner. On current gen, I probably run more, but I love to set the table with the run. because then it brings everybody down to the box. And, you know, it open up. I try to dump off down here, see if I can do some stick work and just get smacked. So, 3rd and 11, supposedly not looking too good for me into the first quarter. With this trash talker who thinks he's going to destroy me. And he's not. Oh. He's not at all. I mean, this guy's garbage. So, I come up with a different play. It's 3rd and 11. I'm going to see Keene here for a good first down. He breaks a tackle for me, too. Turn it upfield. Get some extra yards. Get those yards out of contact. Shout out to Dalton Keene. You know, Patriots don't have the best tight ends, but they got tight ends that work. And receivers that work. So here what I'm looking at, he's definitely looking underneath, and that's fine. You can take that underneath right away. Where I messed up there is I should have just took off. I already had swerved a little bit, so he was out of position, and I could have turned to the field. But, you know, my habit is to get the ball out of quarterbacks' hands. They're not going to be as effective as a receiver with the ball in their hands. So tried to get that one to stay in bounds. It just didn't work out that way. Maybe I can catch me yards. So here I'm coming up with something new. Another crossing kind of pattern play to see what he does. And again, he's doing the same thing. This time I actually do swerve with Cam Newton. Beast, Superman himself. Get that in the end zone. And so now I'm up 13-6. And telling him about himself again.
So because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
This kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a
so kicking the ball off here, I don't scum kick. I kick directly to people. I don't have to play like a bum in order to be good at a game, especially a game about a sport that I love. Even though Madden is not realistic at all. And I think truly I'll say this as a side note, the only difference between next gen Madden and current Madden is the movement. That's it, and they put some shiny paint on it. I mean, in Madden, do something different, get it together, do something here. So here I'm going back to man coverage. I feel confident in my man abilities, especially with the Patriots as great man corner. So I don't feel the need to come out of my man, and that is a pick. That right there is a pick, and that's why that right there shows you, I feel pretty good about my user in discerning where a play is going or where someone wants to go, and my eye attention. So I'm coming back here to man again, and you're probably thinking, why isn't he running on you? And that's to say I would love for someone to try to run in this defense. I know it seems like it's wide open to be had up the middle, but generally with my user, in addition to what I'm doing in this defense, it is a very hard defense to run on, because the other linebackers are going to go straight for him. As you can see, he tries to run here, tries to juke outside, and everybody crashes in on the run. It's not an easy. I know dollar looks like a very easy formation to run on. It's not. And that's why I primarily use two defenses. I feel like I got a man defense and I got a zone defense that works. I'm trying to find some blitzes. Normally my defense would be a little bit more sophisticated, but it ain't. Because I don't have the man defenses that I think I should have. So he tries to throw slants, something that should have been picked away, but nevertheless, it didn't. Slants is a good call against man coverage. Unfortunately, the Patriots have some of the best man corners in the game, and I'm good at adjusting my man coverage, so he obviously wouldn't have got that, and he's coming out in the same formation, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be running the same play here. Going right back to man. He moves him over. He has him slant. He looks for this guy over here. It's just a complete overthrow. Kind of lucky there, but...
Notice I'm not calling you a pussy.
Interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
So now it's my turn on offense to go up 20-6. I don't feel like he can stop me. I'm going to the well, going to a run I know that works, and you know, a lot of people guess probably say I'm predictable because I always run on first down. It's just I don't know what it is in me, but something in me says run the ball on first, so I always do.
Setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with
You
toughness
know,
now.
and this time I'm gonna run the ball again, same run. I love the look of this run setup, and you know, with that much empty space out there, if I had a little bit of better run stick, I would have been able to get, you know, I might have been able to touch that down because I cut that in instead of cutting it out. If I would have cut it out and hit the pylon, that would have been a touchdown. So I switch it up, show a run look, run a pass. I mean, the best way to do it. You know, I ran 2 plays in a row. Now it's time for me to kind of throw something different at you. I could run a third because it's first, but I break my tendency. And that's what you want to do. You want to have tendency breakers. And so now I'm coming back out in the run that I found successful. And I'm finding on next gen that running at the goal line, that's just bad run stick by me. And I'll get used to it. I'm finding running in general on next gen, especially near the goal line, is way more valuable, which is kind of more realistic towards life. It's hard to stop people when they get there. They're going to want to punch it in. So I'm going with a play action. He's stupid. He brings his user up. Dalton Keene again.
Notice I'm not calling you a pussy.
For another touchdown now. I'm up 26 and let him hear.
Nah. This is how you win with class. You don't come out talking shit and then get your ass beat. Don't. My feelings ain't hurt. You can never hurt my feelings. I'm just saying you was talking all that shit and now you quiet. Keep it that way. Mute your mic over there.
So he gets the ball back again. Again, I'm not a scum kicker. I don't do that. I don't know why he took that out. You take a knee. One, you're running down the clock. You're down 20 or 6. If you're really trying to make a comeback, you take a knee. You take your 130 something, and you take your 3 timeouts, and you try to go down the field. But you know, a lot of people who play this game aren't smart. They're cocky and arrogant. They have ego. And ego in football gets you beat a lot of times, and it's exactly what it's about to do to him. So spread my alignment again, anticipating a run. Doing something a little different this time to, you know, switch up the look, give him a better look, run a zone instead of a man, and that's a great throw by him. Just not his luck, not his day. As far as that, with the slant pattern, because there were some guys there to kind of contest that. So, good for me. Always see what they're in before you pick your play. Don't pick your play until you know exactly what they're running. I have a general rule. My rule of thumb is if it's 2 running backs, it's going to be cover 4 drop show 2. If it's running back but a bunched up or a clustered bigger formation, it's going to get that too. Anything else it's kind of wide and got a lot of skinnies is going to see, and that's a good throw there by him. He caught that crossing route with John Brown when he's talking.
Shut your ass up, man.
Because he gets 1 play.
If you gonna talk,
but it's gonna
the
come
whole
back
game, not when you do something positive, bro.
You. Excuse my language. I'm trying. It's gonna come back. So again, I want to go a different look. I kind of break my rule of thumb here just because I know that he's running a lot of slant patterns and it's easier. It's going to be easier for me. Great sack there by Lawrence Guy. It's going to be easier for me to cover a lot of these slants in that zone and kind of be my user and move my user around and kind of drag them through that zones as opposed to playing man. Because he's got fast receivers. He's going to be one of my corners eventually. Even though the Patriots have the best man corners, he's going to be one of them eventually. So, since I know that, I'm going to break my tendency. I'm going to play zone. I don't always, like I said, I don't always stick to what I know. I know there's 4 skinnies, but I feel zone is the best with what he's running. So, he tries to throw, I guess, a little comeback in route. A little in route to Diggs, and McCourty's there for that. And so, this is where you end a trash talker. So he's going for it on 3rd and 17. I got my zone lined up. I'm obviously going to use Chase Winovich to try to get off one of these blocks and get in and get some pressure. I do. He makes a terrible throw. Jackson picks that off. I'm not going to go all the way. Still trying to figure everything out on next gen, but now I let him hear it. So I'm coming out directly in a play that I've run 3 times and scored on because I know he's an idiot and he won't be prepared for it. And here we go. Watch this. He takes Micah Hyde away. He takes the safety away like a dummy. Dalton Keene for the score. The lesson is this, my friends. Don't talk smack unless you can back it up. Come into your games peaceful, especially these red games against a guy you don't know who, he may make a mistake in the first, but the game can turn around instantly. And so it's important that you don't just come out here talking stuff because you're going to get hit. I always remain humble. I always remain calm. I don't even really talk on the mic when I play, I watch guys like Chabada Mitch and I think Chabada Mitch is hilarious. Shout out to him. But that's not the way I play the game. That's not the way I play the game growing up, especially with, I play man against family members. Like, I play man against my family members, against my uncles, cousins, everybody else, and we trash talk. Don't get me wrong, I trash talk them. I always and my best friend, I always give them the business when we're playing the games, and I go 110% at them. But when I'm kind of playing online, I have a different mentality. I always try to be cool, be calm, be cordial, and not be what I see many people are, and that's toxic. And I try not to be like that. I try to be better than that. But when I need to get in that bag, I can get in that bag. I have practice doing it, no problem. I just try to come off like that because that's not the energy that I want to put in the world. I'm not trying to troll people. But this is what's going to happen when you play with me. So if you guys want to see more commentaries like this of what I'm thinking if you guys want to see more commentaries like this to see what I'm thinking while I'm going through the process that I'm going through, please let me know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys. I'll have another one of these man commentaries uploading the next gen game that I'll post. I don't know if I want to lose it, I don't remember, but it's all in the game. Wins and losses help you grow and get better at everything you do. So, thank you guys for joining me. This has been another exciting episode of Man's Power Hour.